I'm at young, hot, petite ingenue. Oh, no offense, but I kind of expected a girl. I mean, no, yeah, my bad for assuming. Damn. He takes a phone out of his pocket and covertly passes it to you. Everything has been prepared and preloaded according to your instructions. Should take about 2 minutes to transfer the data. Now get out of here. The man walks away with an exaggerated hip-hop gait. You jump back into Hope's car. She immediately steps on the gas. You got the phone? You're the best. Pass it to me, please. She connects the two smartphones using a cable and begins some sort of data transfer. It looks like it's an identical model. After a minute or so, the process is complete. Alright. Goodbye, lovely. You've served me well. Hope opens the car window, grabs her old phone. You're not expert enough to recognize the exact model, but it definitely looks like it had an $800 price slapped on it, and tosses it out the window. Surprised, you look behind you and see a car in the opposite lane run over the abandoned device. Hope notices your quizzical look. At Off the Grid Lifestyle. I've been needing a lot of burner phones lately, and I'm not going to use some cheap piece of shit, so it's an pretty expensive necessity. Intersection, red light. She takes advantage of the moment to shoot a driving selfie that strategically excludes her face and upload it to Instagram. You notice her handle there is First Ace Beauty. At Discuss BTC. Now, I was telling you a story. Cashing out. Right. At some point towards the end of 2017, I became convinced I needed to cash out. There was no way the bubble was going to last forever. I always knew there would be no grapes of wrath for the cryptocurrency era. It would have to be a series of profoundly antisocial, disconnected events. The whole crypto culture was a decentralized church of lone millennials who rejected all established modern values and kept atoning for the original sin of not buying Bitcoin back in 2013. Another abrupt last second turn. You are pressed against the window. What the hell is it with her driving style? God forbid women do anything. God, it's called having spontaneity and being a free spirit. I don't know. This is why I don't have a driver's license. Bet a life you never wanted to live anyway, and get a chance to win a priceless pile of nothing. Untether yourself from all worldly desires. Find joy in suicidal ideation. To this day, money holds no real value for me. It's as abstract as a video game score. A bunch of numbers on the screen. This joyless world changed me forever. I knew I had to escape. So I took my piles of fictional dollars to a new arena, elite NYC social circles. Not because I wanted to scam them and make more, but because I wanted to finally have some goddamn fun. At Wealth Haver. I mean, of course I had to scam them in the process, but it was only in service of becoming something more than a star. A constellation. Another abrupt stop, this time next to the entrance of a shifty-looking back alley. At Leaky Gut Syndrome. She says, all right, friend, this time you're at Leaky Gut Syndrome, a whistleblower extraordinaire. Whenever a press sneak fuck wants a leak, you got it. Got it? At Leaky Gut Syndrome. Sorry for putting you out there in my place, but I only personally contact people as a last resort. It gets harder to protect my identity each time I show my face. And since I've got you, our man is waiting for you in this back alley. He's paying back a favor with a flash drive containing crucial information we need to stay safe in this city. Retrieve it. I will circle the area, make sure we aren't in danger right now. When you're done, get back here and I'll pick you up. Everything clear? Good. You exit the car and see it drive away in a hurry, then head into the narrow passageway. Sure enough, there's a man waiting for you at the end of the back street, unshaven, wearing wrinkled clothes, with a nervous eye tick. He looks even dodgier than the last guy you met. When you approach, he gives you a mean look. Shady journalist. You lost or something? I'm at leaky gut syndrome. You said you've got a little something that might interest me. Of course, straight to the point, aren't you? All right then. Clumsily, he produces a USB stick from his front shirt pocket and holds it before your face. When you reach out to take it, he pulls his hand back and gives you a sly grin. Getting all this data was risky, you know. Miss Montgomery is an unusually secretive person. Digging up dirt on her took more effort than I expected. Effort that should be rewarded, I think. The more you ask around about her, the more you expect a letter saying, give up your inquiries, which are completely useless, at your doorstep, perhaps attached to a severed cat head. You catch my drift? The secrecy surrounding her screams, friends in high places, brave new world order, Illuminati shit, you know? Makes me think I deserve some hazard pay. Okay, should we bluff or agree with him? We can't, unfortunately, use presence in this situation. Fuse in bluff or agree with him. I mean, there's really nothing we can do because I don't have any money, I don't think. Alright, let's try bluffing. Shit. I clicked on the wrong thing. I didn't mean to do that. Oh. I meant to click on the other thing. Shit. I meant to click on bluff, but instead I clicked on walk away. You tried to imagine what Hope would do if she were in your place. Then you simply turn away and start walking back where you came from, calmly, wordlessly, no negotiations. Just as you're about to walk out of his sight, you hear an annoyed grunt behind you. Alright, I should have put you on the spot like that. My bad, okay? Get back here. You turn around and look at the journalist expectantly. He sighs and extends the hand holding a flash drive towards you again. You take it. Thank fuck that worked. Oh my god. Oh yeah, one more thing. Not really sure what it's about, but one of my informants claims you might be interested in this. He reached into his inner jacket pocket and presents you with something wholly unexpected. It's a bag of blood, labeled simply as ABRH. You take a closer look, but that doesn't answer any of the questions that just appeared in your mind. You peek into the journalist's cold blue eyes and see them twitch uncontrollably. Don't ask me. They said that you'll know what to do with it, leaky gut. Come on, take it. Accept the blood. Fine, I'll take it. Yeah, you can't feed in front of a human, or a kind. That's breaking the masquerade. You grab the blood. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, I don't think so. Thanks for your cooperation. Another eye twitch and awkward silence. You hide the blood bag under your clothes and leave the alley the way you came. Hope's car appears behind the corner just as you walk out into the street. Doesn't even fully stop when you approach, but slows down just enough that you can jump in. The moment you close the door, she leans into the gas pedal with her full strength, causing the engine to roar. Her driving style definitely doesn't reflect how laid back she seems as a person. I mean, okay. We got it? You throw the flash drive onto the seat next to her. Perfect. Any problems? How did the meeting go? You relate the entire back alley encounter to her. Toward the end of the story, you notice she's not staring at the road or her phone, but directly at your face. The realization startles you. At Bloody Mary and Adderall. You got that bag of blood with you? You place it on the seat next to her. She peeks at the label. She looks at it again. Then she steps on the brakes. At vulgar. Fuck. Ugh. I'm okay. She grabs both the bag and the flash drive you've obtained and throws them out the window. Looks like that's her favorite method of taking care of problems. Pope, seriously? That could have been dinner. God damn it. Okay, fine. At Bloody Mary and Adderall. That bag was a message. AB negative used to be my blood type. It's the rarest one, found in less than 1% of the United States population. Glad you didn't drink it. Who knows what they done to the bag? Some NYC vets can tell you wild stories about using irradiated blood to locate and kill other kindred. Seriously? Oh, sorry, that's Ash. Seriously, glad I didn't drink from him. Better safe than sorry, yeah. Still, I wonder if they would have done anything to his blood. That would be some kind of 5-dimensional chess move. But yeah, this contact is compromised. It needs to be cut off. Goodbye, my journalist frenemy, and goodbye, dear at Leaky Gut Syndrome. You've both outlived your usefulness. After a brief period of hesitation, she deletes the whistleblower extraordinaire account and sighs. Another one bites the dust. At Wolfhaver. I've got another story to finish. I was talking about Bitcoin, and then where did I stop? Oh, constellations, scamming. I mean, all of it's technically true. Constellation. Oh, right. You know who saw the real face of this city? Anna Delvey. Ever heard of her? A Russian working class girl. Born as Anna Sorokin, sorry. She moved to New York in 2013 and convinced everyone that she was this insanely rich trust fund kid, a wealthy German heiress. Manhattan elites totally fell for it, and they bought it for years while she swindled them. She only got arrested in 2017 after having stolen almost $30,000. Wow, slay. I support women's wrongs, particularly the wrongs of working class women. Sorokin created her Delvey persona out of thin air, convinced everyone she was going to set up an art fund, and kept tasting all of life's finest pleasures while being basically broke. No way, not Anna Sorokin Delvey mentioned. Wait, is she a real person? I didn't know that. That's funny. Or is she like a fictional character or something? She's a real person? That's hilarious. Oh my god. She even made up a fake family financial advisor and then killed him off when she became a liability. And apparently most of her rich victims never admitted to being scammed out of shame. There's a mad TV show about her called Inventing Anna, but she's real. I think I've heard of the show Inventing Anna, but I didn't know about the context behind it. She really did that. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's iconic. By now you're sure, the way she scrutinizes her surroundings, her reckless driving, she's trying to escape somebody. Woman was just on Dancing with the Stars? That's also fucking hilarious. Now Delvey's locked up with murderers and Rikers, writing her memoirs, apparently picking a lot of fights. Bless her heart, she'll forever be an inspiration. I have more advantages than she ever did. I have my own considerable funds, and I can rely on many more made-up people than just some old-ass financial advisor. It's a fun show, silly Shonda Rhimes vibes. Oh, I love some silly Shonda Rhimes vibes. I'll have to check that out. Dancing while wearing a prisoner's tracking ankle bracelet. Wait a minute. I think I know this. I think I saw this on Twitter when they were gonna execute. Sorry, I'm blanking on his name now. I'm completely blanking on his name now. I literally tried to call to stop him from being executed, and now I'm completely blanking on his name. Sorry, I have ADHD. This is how my brain works. A black man who was accused of killing someone. I don't remember. And then they were gonna. He was on death row, and everyone was like trying to like get him off death row. My brain's dead. I can't remember his name, but that happened like around the same time. That correlated, Marcellus Williams. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, Marcellus Williams. Yeah, and like people were like, this fucking white woman is wearing her ankle bracelet while she's dancing on national TV. And like the United States is about to kill another innocent black man just because they can. And like, yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily her fault, but like, I get why people were mad about that. He was an imam. Yeah, I think his middle name was Khalifa. Yeah, I think I heard that too. A whole bunch of fake content creators and influencers that every rich dumbass wants to get in touch with and collaborate. Makes it easy to earn more money than I invest. Also, you're a vampire and you have vampire powers, so that should make it significantly easier. You see it firsthand, both as a deceiver and the deceived. It's a city of illusions. Make non-existent money, come up with fictional status, play nonsensical Camarilla games. And one day, you might just find yourself at the top. Alright, we're reaching our last stop. You look around, you're coming up on a parking garage. At Devil Woman Doctor. You're going to take an elevator to the 70th floor. Give the masked man you meet in front of the door this memory card. It contains a art house movie I made. You mean a vampire movie. By art house, you mean vampire movie. Yes, a movie you've seen me rehearse in my haven. You didn't think I was doing that just for show, did you? I found some filthy rich Manhattan pervs who will pay a fortune for a convincing vampire camp show. I don't need money, but their IT industry connections gave me an idea. When we give them this memory card, we'll gain access to tech that should allow us to take on my biggest enemy in the city. Who is your biggest enemy in the city? So your nickname this time is gonna be... Oh god, that jump scared the fuck out of me. A crash. You are momentarily dazed and can't immediately understand what happened. The first thing you know for sure is if you were still a normal human being, you'd be dead. You replay the last few seconds in your head. The other car appeared out of nowhere and crashed into Hope's vehicle at the maximum speed it was able to achieve in this closed-off space. The driver has already managed to kick open the mangled door next to him and stumble out of his seat. Now he wordlessly approaches the trunk and takes a large caliber silenced pistol out of it. He starts approaching the lavender wreck of Hope's car, obviously ready to finish the job that he started. You have to be fast and violent. It's you or him now. Attack the man or outrun his gun. I mean, we do have the ability to do celerity, but we haven't fed tonight. And I don't know if we can outrun bullets. Like, celerity's fast, but are we fast enough to outrun bullets? I think my instincts are usually, when in doubt, use your superpowers, but I don't know. Like, cause like I said, we haven't fed tonight. That's the last time we fed. The night before? Let's try attacking the man. Oh, this is a bad idea. Your instincts take over. You don't come up with a strategy or an optimal route. You simply start running towards the gunman, yelling. For a split second, he's completely dumbfounded, and then he opens fire. Oh boy. The bullets put a brief stop to your sprint. You're engulfed in pain, your flesh and clothes being shredded to bits. But when his magazine runs out, you're still standing and determined to move forward, yeah. He tries to act as quickly as possible, but he can't reload his weapon before you get to him. A tackle, a primal scream. Left punch, right punch, left punch, right punch. You return this cruelty tenfold to his face. When you're done, the head is barely recognizable as human. Was that a human? You stand above the gunman's body trying to calm yourself and your killer instincts. That's when you hear her voice. At same, but ironically. Ugh. Hope slithers out of her car and sees you standing over your assailant. Huh. You did pretty good. She approaches the body of the driver you killed and kicks it so she can take a better look at it. Upon seeing the front of the corpse, she lets out an annoyed grunt. Knew it would be this asshole. He's been following us all day, and I know just who he belongs to. Before she's done talking, she's already trying to reach someone through a video call. Eventually, she succeeds. You see a nonchalant woman in business casual on her smartphone screen. Kara Montgomery, how may I help you? At vulgar. Kara! Hope, didn't expect you to ever reach me through this channel. Have you thought things through? Wait, did something happen? Did something happen? Your fucking ghoul just tried to kill me, you crazy bitch. That's what fucking happened. Calm yourself, for Christ's sakes. This is a baseless accusation. I know he's from Double Spiral. He's been working at your motherfucking company. Come on, you know I can't be held responsible for the independent actions of my subordinates. Why don't we just meet up and talk it over? Hope disconnects the call and instantly blocks Kara from contacting her. You corporate shithead, you make me sick. Same girl. Tired, she turns her gaze to the dead ghoul. Hot, hollaback woman. I'll dispose of him. Help me put him in my car. 30 seconds later, his body is laying on the back seat of the lavender-colored wreck. Okay, good. You take a look at the scene of carnage in front of you. Every second we're here gets us closer to a serious Masquerade violation. I'll have to exchange my Pomme d'Or-worthy masterpiece for the goods some other time. She gets behind the wheel, and you follow her inside the car. Is the car still drivable? Meet me in my haven when I tell you it's safe. For now, I need to dump this asshole somewhere, get my car fixed, and plan our counterattack. You guide Hope to your own haven. She drops you off, and before she leaves, she makes what's about to come perfectly clear. At me. If we want to survive in this city, Kara Montgomery needs to die. She disappears into traffic, and you disappear into your place. Alright, I think I need to rest. It's almost daytime. Yeah, you need rest. You're walking down the street towards your haven. In some other town, the sidewalks would be deserted this time of night. In NYC, there are plenty of passerby going about their business. Hope is funny, has tattoos, and is full of cultural references. I love her. Yeah, I love her too. I'm so in love with her. The Malkavians never fail to impress. Like, the Malkavians are always the funniest, coolest bitches in the game. I said what I said. Except for the psychiatrists. I think I might have to wrap it up soon because it's been 4 hours, and pretty soon I'm gonna need to rest my voice. It's easy to be paranoid when you're a vampire surrounded by a crowd of humans. The kindred have many enemies, and all those enemies have one trait in common. They're invisible, indistinguishable from normal humanity. Other vampires, hunters, all look like people. Is that old man just a tired restaurant worker or a kindred thrall tailing your movements? Are the officers idly waiting in a patrol call, or nerd cops, or Second Inquisition specialists looking to end undead threats? I mean, cops are bad no matter what, but, like, arguably, yeah, like, the second one would be more of a threat to a vampire. This kind of thinking leads to madness, but you can't shake the feeling that someone is watching you. It's not the first time you felt like this. Following the queue of so many mortals around you, you stop at a street corner to casually survey your surroundings, as if you were trying to remember which turn to take. You look around, ostensibly at street signs, but in reality to see if someone really is following you. Down the street where you came from, a crowd of young drunk men argue loudly about baseball. There is an indistinct figure standing behind them, almost too impossible to notice. A woman, probably. The men unconsciously move around her as they start to walk away, still mouthing off at each other. Whatever this is, it's probably something you have to take care of. Best case, someone is tailing you. Worst case, you'll be attacked and killed. Unfortunately, being undead has its limitations. The sun is coming up soon and you'll burn to a crisp if you stay on the streets. You reach your haven and settle in for the day, disconcerted by the idea that someone might know where you sleep. There we go. As you wake from your slumber and emerge from your haven for the night, you notice a familiar face on the other side of the street, standing on the corner looking straight at you. It's Kaiser's lackey, whom you met recently, Jackie. He nods to you, encouraging you to approach. His hands are outside of his pockets, and he seems pretty relaxed. He's keeping his eyes on the street, though, as if making sure you're alone. He smiles awkwardly when you approach. What voice was I doing for you again? I don't remember. Evening. Got something for you from our mutual friend. He produces a crumpled piece of paper from his jacket pocket and hands it to you. Read it, memorize it, then give it back here. It's a letter. The paper might be just a page ripped out of a spiral notebook, but the writing on it is exquisitely detailed and deliberate. It reads, "Time to square your debt with me. Go to the wine shop at 232 Mulberry Street and ask for the 1821 Special Reserve Donatello Negromero. When they tell you they don't have it, say you are a fatal... Oh god, I'm about to butcher Italian. Fatal servitor della famiglia. Famiglia G. Those exact fucking words, and make sure you get the G right. You'll get a bottle, just take it, and leave by saying, grazie. I thought it was grazie. Grazie. Because, like, when I was in Italy that one time for, like, 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure they were saying grazie. But okay. The G is silent in familia, so it's familia. Like Spanish, but for some reason they threw a G in there just to confuse you. Yeah, I don't know how, like, Italian works phonetically. Like I said, I've only been to Italy for, like, a hot minute once, and I didn't memorize much. That's how it's pronounced, but G-R-A-Z... Oh, I just said C. Fuck, the Americans are converting me. Z-I-E is how it's spelled. Right, okay, that makes more sense. You'll get a bottle, just take it and leave by saying grazie. Don't ask how much it is or anything else, just walk out. When you have it, come back to Jackie boy here and let him know. You done? Memorize that shit and hand it over. What's with all this cloak and dagger nonsense? Or didn't think your boss was a letter guy. Didn't peg your boss for a letter kind of guy. Isn't electronic communication his old shtick? Yeah, well, some things are better done the old-fashioned way. You about done with the letter? You note the phrases and address mentioned in the letter, then hand it back to Jackie. He immediately reaches for a lighter and burns the letter, putting out the ashes with his boot. I would need to write that shit down. I would not be able to memorize it. So yeah, when you do what the boss asks, come back here so I can tell you where to go next. I'll be in the alley over there. So find me when you have the item, whatever it is. I don't know. And the boss made it extra clear that I shouldn't care, so I don't. See ya. He shuffles away and leaves you to pursue the lead from the letter. Time to pay a visit to Nolita. You arrive at the address mentioned in the note, not counting local restaurant patrons. The street is mostly empty at this time of night, but curiously, the wine shop is still open. Inside, a small middle-aged woman with curly hair stands behind the counter in front of a wall filled with wine bottles. There's a door at the back of the room with a small table and a chair occupied by a man in a black faux leather jacket with slicked comb-back hair. Christ. He is reading a newspaper but pauses as a little bell rings when you open the door. He takes a sip from a small steaming cup, then gets back to his broadsheet. Proprietor. Good evening. How can I help you? Might as well just be direct. I would like a bottle of the 1821 Special Reserve Donatello Negramaro, please. Let me check our stock. She seems to be looking through a database on the laptop sitting on the counter. She puts on a polite smile. I'm afraid we don't have that one at the moment. Sorry. Recite the phrase straight and simple. Casually recite the phrase. What does casually recite the phrase mean? Recite the phrase straight and simple. I am a fedele servitor della famiglia G. A familia. Oh, in that case, let me see if we have any in the back. Wait here, please. The woman leaves the counter and goes through the doors in the back. The man by the table puts down his newspaper and takes another sip from the cup, washing it down with a gulp of water from the nearby glass. He tries to hide it, but there's no doubt he's watching you. About a minute passes. Chat the guy up, remain silent, and wait. Borrow the guy's newspaper. Try borrowing the guy's newspaper. Mind if I borrow your newspaper? The man takes out a pen and ostentatiously begins solving a Sudoku puzzle, his eyes starting to you every so often. Great. That's not suspicious at all. The doors to the back of the store open and the proprietor emerges with a small, unlabeled, squat bottle of crimson liquid. She gives you an apologetic smile. Scusi, sorry for taking so long. Turns out we did have it. She offers you the bottle and you reach out to grab it, but she retracts it. You do know what this is, don't you? Well, it might not be wine, it might be blood. Should we use presents? I think we're a little underfed and also wounded. Should we try and use presents? Screw it, let's do it. I'll be taking this, thank you. You focus your blood and immediately see both of the people in the shop focus intently in on you and what you're about to say. I know exactly what this is, and I'm the right person to give it to. The woman gives you the bottle without hesitation. Great, okay. Grazie. Deciding you've pushed your luck far enough, you nod and exit the store. Then you take a brisk walk to your car. Nobody follows you as you leave Nolita and drive back to your apartment. Yeah, we got some blood on the edges. That means we're thirsty. We need to feed soon. It takes you some time to find a parking spot, but you finally get out of the car and start looking for Jackie. He's not far from where you parted ways just under 2 hours ago. Got the goods? Sure do. I sure do. Cool. Stand by. Gotta make the call. He takes a few more steps into a narrow space between two buildings and takes out the same high-tech phone you saw him carrying last time. Hey, boss. Yeah, they have it. Where do I point them to? Okay, yeah. I'll tell them to go there right away. He puts the phone back in his pocket and turns back to you. Willets Point. Half an hour. So you better step on it. See you around. With only a flippant salute, Jackie starts walking down the street. You make your way back to the car and drive. You had to push the speed limit to make it on time, but you're here. Willard's Point is quite a change of scenery. This place is a post-industrial dump, the nearby stadium notwithstanding. You stop your car once you realize that if you go any further down, the potholes will kill your chassis. You step out, or chassis. You know, it's funny. I think it's chassis because I remember Caitlin from the Quarry saying that. The Quarry saying that when she and Dylan are in the scrapyard, when like she's like, this is mostly like empty frames and chassis. Does she say chassis or chassis? I think she says chassis. Empty frames and chassis, which doesn't help us much. Video games teaching you new things. Anyways, you step out into one of those gashes in the asphalt, splashing in the ankle-deep water. Ew. Kazir's limo is nowhere to be found. In fact, the whole place is pretty much deserted other than the apparent proprietor of a lonely bar, a middle-aged woman who's just locking the place up. Oh, I don't think we can do that because we're hungry. Feeding opportunity bar owner, but I feel like that's gonna piss off Kazir. You know what? Screw it. We're hungry. We gotta eat. Feeding opportunity bar owner. Sorry, bar owner woman. I mean, we're not gonna kill you, right? We're just gonna nom 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 a bit. This is too perfect an opportunity not to take advantage of. She is walking to her car, ready to call it a night when you sneak up on her. She's far too tired to resist your stronghold and swift bite. You can taste the caffeine in her veins, smell the cheap cigarettes in her hair, the old cooking grease in her clothes. She passes out. You assault the closing note of a long day at work. You let her down gently and feel a pang of remorse. You pick up the car keys she dropped and place her in the driver's seat. She'll find an explanation for passing out like this, for sure. The bright lights of a car pulling over down the road illuminate you as you close the door. It's a black limo. Kazir is finally here, it would seem. Same as last time, the car doors open, but nobody comes out. You know the drill. This time, Kazir is visible when you look inside. You sit down and close the door behind you. So you pulled it off without a hitch, then. Give it here. You hand the bottle over to the Nosferatu. He uncorks it gently, takes a whiff, and puts the cork back in. Yeah, that's the stuff. Good job, kid. Consider your debt paid. Oh, yeah. And also, take this. It's what Laylee wanted. He passes you an envelope with what feels like a thick card inside. Thank you, Mr. Kaiser. Or Kaiser, sorry. Yeah. I'll send Jackie over if I need anything else from you. How about that? Time for you to get out. Now. He waves you out of the car. With the envelope in hand, you get out. Back onto the torn asphalt and decrepit surroundings, the limo slowly drives away. Finally, you can return to Sophie and bring her what she wanted. Gregory lets you in. You hear a shrill, unpleasant laugh, and you realize Sophie's having a guest over. He's the man from Elysium, the one with the glasses and good taste in suits. You didn't have the chance to talk to him last you saw him. Ah, Ash. So glad to see you. Tell me, did the two of you previously meet? The man doesn't wait for an answer. He approaches you with an energetic, almost dance-like step and puts out his hand. Thomas Arturo, I've heard about you. Pleasure. Thomas is a great source of gossip and an excellent conversationalist. I also have the prince's ear, which is the primary reason dear Miss Langley wished to speak to me tonight. Good gossip, even coming from me, isn't nearly as valued. Sad. Sophie is taken back by the man's direct comment, but smiles politely. The awkward atmosphere is broken again by the guest's grating laugh. I kid, of course, I kid. Well, I was about to leave anyway, so I'll leave you two to it. Good night, Sophie, Ash, Greggy boy. Sophie's driver opens the door for Arturo, and the guest steps out with a single wave of the hand towards his guest and you. The door is closed. What's his deal? Same as everyone's. Position, power, influence. Thomas has clout in court and access to many juicy details on everyone from the prince to the lowliest primogen. It's useful to have him on your side, even if his eccentricity requires some patience. No, he's not so bad. Speaking of patience, you've been putting mine to the test lately. Did you manage to contact Kaiser and acquire what I asked for? Yes, but I had to do another job for him first. Yes, I have it, but the data you offered was old news to him. I had to do a job for him before he would give me this card. Sure, he retrieves the envelope from you. I'm sure he did. I hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience. I had to retrieve a bottle for him. He made me go on an entirely separate escapade to retrieve a bottle of wine from a store in Nolita. I use code phrases and whatnot. Wine shop. Code phrases. That degenerate pest. She's visibly agitated, but calms down and smiles at you. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure that whatever Kaiser had you do, it'll blow over. She opens the envelope and looks at the card. You notice the same lettering you saw on Kaiser's note from before, but can't see the details. Her eyes widen. Yes, excellent. I need to call in some favors. I will likely be busy for the next few nights. You have my permission to show some initiative, my dear charge. I will contact you soon. With that, Sophie ushers you outside, and you're left to do with the rest of this night's hours as you like. Well, I think it's almost sun time, so... Or, I don't know. Okay, we can meet with D'Angelo, the gift that keeps on giving. Somebody's watching me. Recently you're feeling as if somebody keeps tailing you. Time to confirm your suspicions. It's interesting. Faith in myth. Or meet with the Tremere. That's the one coterie member that we haven't met with yet. I'm curious about the potential stalker though. Recently you're feeling as if somebody keeps tailing you. It's time to confirm your suspicions. Alright, it's 4:10. I think maybe 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Somebody following you around. Has been for a few nights, maybe longer. That can't be a good thing. The only question is what to do about it. Provoke the stalker Sophie or tell Sophie I have a problem. No, but she said she's gonna be busy for the next few nights. I don't know. Oh, hey Faye, can you take a 2-minute break? I need to get into the room, or I can just come in quietly. I'd be off camera. I can't wait until you end though. Okay, yeah, sure, you can come in if you're quiet. Let's provoke the stalker to appear. Why not? Fuck around and find out. Let's be chaotic. You venture out to the street with the goal of letting your stalker know you're aware of being followed. It's time to stop this ridiculous charade. It's raining outside, and as you step onto the street in front of your haven, you wonder whether that'll help you. Will you be able to see the footprints of your stalker in puddles on the ground? Not sure where to start, you slip a few bills to a homeless man and shout at the guy who runs the local bodega. Both of them talk your ear off about strange characters hanging around, but none of their stories seem right to you. Walking the streets, you're convinced by turns that everyone you see is an enemy agent out to get you, and that your stalker has decided to take the night off. Frustrated after a couple hours of useless searching, you cross the road without looking where you're going. A courier on a motorbike zooms toward you and has no time to brake or swerve as you suddenly step in front of him. For a split second, your eyes meet those of the man on the bike, and you both know you'll collide. Don't get hurt. Something hits you, pushing you forward. You tumble flying to the sidewalk as the courier zooms past. You feel a weight on your back, catch a glimpse of something, a person, female you think, then she disappears. You could spend a couple more hours trying to find the woman who's been stalking you, but in your shriveled, undead heart, you know it to be futile. She's gone. Shit, did I just mess that up? Oh well. Her master's voice. Kara wants to meet. Hope decides you should see her alone with an ace up your sleeve. Yeah, we need to rest. Okay, so... Yeah, we can't do anything else tonight. We need to rest. I think maybe... Oh, we have a new thing. A nosy reporter, part 1. There's a sleazy reporter from Gossip magazine sniffing around Sophie's haven. She could use your help with the problem. Did I seriously fuck up that whole stalker situation? Just because I tried to deal with it by myself instead of asking for Sophie's help? Because that's annoying. Or I could do faith and myth, or I could do a kind of magic. But I said I was going to stop in like 15 minutes, so I might as well stop it here. Yeah, I think when we start next time, we're going to start meeting with the Tremere. It's a kind of magic. Sophie's mention of a vampire clan of blood sorcerers sparkled your attention. One of them, Agathon, could potentially be your introduction into the bizarre powers of the Tremere. You arrive at the address given to you by Sophie, a small bookstore smack dab in the middle of Broadway, of all places. What really catches you off guard, though, is the store's display. From what you heard about the Tremere, they are infamous for their ties to the occult and the mystical. Oh, that's right, I was already meeting with the Tremere guy. I, clicked on it, and then, I was I'm gonna end the stream here because it's already been, 4.5 hours. That was maybe not the smartest decision, because... yeah, it's a bit of an awkward place to leave off and start up again, stream-wise. I don't know why my past self did that. Fucking dumbass, but whatever. We're here now. I read this already, right. And yet now, looking at the oddball collection of items in the display window, it all feels borderline satirical. The books here cover everything from Ayurvedic practices and homeopathy. Sure, yeah, that's how you say that, I've decided. To wellness and self-motivation. The vaguely amusing juxtapositions don't end there, either. You notice a copy of Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible tucked behind a cheap, smiling Buddha. Love that. A scientific journal on hematology sits next to a teen-oriented pamphlet on the blood-type personality theory. Yikes. Oh my god, there's just so much happening here all at once. A number of religious and quasi-religious symbols, lockets, pins, and various emblazoned paraphernalia are haphazardly strawn across the display and between the tomes. This is literally just Faye not being able to fucking read. I was watching, one of my old VODs back for this game, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I really cannot speak or read to save my life. A bitch be disabled, truly. If there was ever any doubt, you just gotta watch me try and read things out loud, and it's oh yeah, definitely not lying about that. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Before you even open the door, you can smell the burning incense and hear the corny, Far East-tinged music seeping through the crackling speaker mounted above the entrance. Interesting. It's much more quaint than what you expected from what Sophie told you about the so-called warlocks. It doesn't look like they have much interest in impressing outsiders. Then again, if there's anything you've learned these past few nights, it's that appearances can be deceiving. At this time of night, the shop appears closed. Regardless, you ring the bell. Well, I mean, if it's run by vampires, you'd think it'd be open during the night, but I guess it's... maybe they're catering to, I almost said the mundanes, fucking Shadowhunter Chronicles brain rot, but, the mortals, the humans, the kind, I guess they call them in this game. You hear someone shuffling around inside. A brief moment later, the latch slides, and the door is pushed open just a few inches. A tired-looking blonde in loose clothes appears in the crack. She seems confused, like you just woke her up. She lets out a yawn, scratching at her tattooed neck. Finally, she squints in your general direction. Her pierced lip curves into an awkward smile. Is Agathon in? I'm looking for a guy named Agathon. Is he around? The girl gives you a suspicious look over, but opens the door. She takes a few steps back, and you hear footsteps coming from a floral curtain that covers the back door. I wonder who she is. A bespectacled, smart-looking woman emerges and looks straight at you. Oh my god. She's hot. I don't know if she's a vampire or not, but she's hot. Come in and follow me. Just don't touch anything, please. You follow her through the store. Inside, as expected, the stuffy air smells of sandalwood, frankincense, and a dozen other aromas. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna say, regarding the different religious symbols, that's interesting because of what I was saying before in a previous stream about religious symbols, like, repelling vampires if they're wielded by, like, an extremely, like, devout person or godly person. And, like, I was wondering if it's just, like, crucifixes or crosses, or it's all religious symbols, because it's usually crucifixes in these types of media. So, yeah, that's interesting. The woman leads you behind the curtain and through the back door onto a rickety staircase. A flight of steps takes you up to the second story. You instantly notice the change in decor, as the tacky New Age bookstore gives way to something resembling a cross between a library and a workshop. Interesting. The smell here is strong, too, but much more layered. You're not sure what to make of it at first, but with each whiff, it becomes apparent. Blood. The aroma, though subtle at first, soon becomes overpowering. It takes you a moment to adapt and focus. Oh boy, I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Aisling Sturbridge. I don't think you know who you're speaking with, so an introduction is in order. My name is Aisling Sturbridge, and I am the High Regent of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs. I haven't heard about regents yet, I don't think, or chantries. You are Ash, correct? I have to say, you're lucky the ward outside the building is only there for notifications tonight. Otherwise, it would have been quite unpleasant. To answer your question, Agathon is here, but he's hard at work, and I wouldn't want to disturb him. Am I to understand this is a social visit? How do you know who I am? Well, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Like, vampires, especially high society type, like, important vampires, just kind of know things. We should probably not antagonize her, so I'm gonna say High Regent sounds important. High Regent of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs. That's quite a mouthful. It might sound fancy, but that's because there's a well-established tradition behind it. Wouldn't it be wise not to ridicule? Some might take offense, me for one. I didn't mean to ridicule you, sorry. I didn't mean it to turn out that way. What is it that you're here for? I feel like maybe we should stop throwing Sophie's name around, especially since D'Angelo was like, hey, Sophie probably wouldn't appreciate you just tossing her name around like that. I heard good things about Agathon. I heard some good things about Agathon. Thought I'd drop in and see how much of it was true. Appealing to our vanity. How very original. You better step up your game, fledgling, or New York will eat you right up. Suddenly a man enters from a side room. He doesn't even look at you, lost in his own thoughts. What voice are we doing for this dude? I don't think Southern is the right call. I'm slightly limited by the fact that I can't do many accents. Like, if I could do a British accent, I feel like it would be a good shout for him. But, like, alas, I cannot. I have it at Aisling. I think I know how to find it. He catches himself as he notices you. His face turns sour. Visitor? A visitor? Yes, we were just discussing you, in fact. Is that so? I'm looking for allies. I'm looking for allies in this city. I was wondering if you'd consider teaming up. Teaming up? He seems very confused by the notion. Oh, so this guy's old. Like, old. It's fine. What for? I could assist you in your work. I could use your knowledge. Okay, she said, like, don't try to appeal to our vanity because that's fucking, like, unoriginal and stupid and, like, bleh. So, like, I could be like, I could assist you in your work, but, like, assuming that I could be of use to him is maybe a bit presumptuous. And for the company is just not true, because we're trying to form a coterie, so I don't know. I've already fucked up once with Tamika, so I don't want to fuck up again. I could assist you in your work. I could be quite helpful knowing I can count on someone to return the favor. Oh, I wish I hadn't phrased it exactly like that, but oh well. Is that right? He seems to consider it, then turns to Aisling. Or Aisling. I'm still not exactly sure how to pronounce that. High Regent, may I ask your advice on this? Aisling looks at you with nary a sign of emotion. Oh, great. I believe that you are much more than capable of carrying out your task, my child. I do not think any assistance will be necessary. Oh, she's talking about him. He's her child. She's his sire. Interesting. Oddly enough, he seems somewhat disappointed. Your confidence in me is appreciated, High Regent. It has been earned. I'm trying to do the voice I was doing for B when I was playing Night in the Woods, like this sort of bored, like deadpan, like whatever kind of voice. So it's settled then. Oh boy. I would kindly ask that you leave, fledgling. We have many matters to discuss. Matters not meant for undiscerning ears. Both of the warlocks look at you expectantly. Okay, so are they mad at me? I can't tell. See, this is not gonna lie, this is so fucking hard being autistic. Like, this is literally just like what my life is like, but the vampire edition. Like, you're constantly like trying to figure out the right thing to say and sometimes accidentally offending people without even realizing how you did it in the first place, and playing all these stupid games where you have to figure out the right thing to say to like not to like appeal to the right things in people, and like be polite but not too ass kissy, or not seeming fake but not being like too real. It's like, it's so fucking exhausting. It's like, can we not just talk like human beings, like honest, open human beings? Can we not just engage in like proper direct communication? I'm losing my shit. Okay, I don't want to keep ass kissing because like, I don't know if that would go over well. It's hard to tell like what people want, because like different people want different things, right? Because people are all different. Funny how that works. And you can't like game them the way you kind of expect to in a video game, like game the system. You can't always predict their behavior. That's what's frustrating. Wait, I didn't mean any disrespect. Wait, please, I didn't mean any disrespect. I'm sorry if we started off on the wrong foot. Oh boy. I'm not even sure what I did exactly, because it's like, with the Tamika situation, like, I immediately knew as soon as I had, like, tried to suck up to her, or, like, say, like, oh, like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, that she would be disappointed, because she wants you to be raw and real and honest, and, like, she's sick of people being, like, fake. And, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Sophie might have told us something to that effect earlier. So like as soon as I picked that dialogue option, I knew it was the wrong one. But with this, I'm genuinely not sure how I fucked this up. Like I'm still confused. You only get one shot at a first impression, and you've missed yours by a mile. So if you can think of anything clever to say, now would be a good time. Otherwise, you know where the door is. I was hoping for... Okay, well... You know what? Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Maybe I should stop trying to game the system. Maybe I should just try and be honest. Maybe I've fallen too deep into the masking brain rot, and maybe I should just try and be real and genuine. But that's kind of what I was trying to do. It just didn't work out. Whatever. I was hoping for a partnership. What can I say to make it up to you sounds ass kissy, and I don't know if, and like I already said I was offering my help, but like I was hoping for a partnership. Well, See, the thing is, I choose these dialogue options, and then Ash takes it in a different direction. Like, I didn't want to say it like that. Like, I wanted to say, like, listen, I came here because I wanted a partnership. Like, maybe we could, like, help each other out, be allies, watch each other's backs, protect each other, that kind of thing. And, like, Ash is over here, like, I wanted this to be a partnership, but this feels more like a job interview. Like, I'm interjecting the sass all on his own. I didn't do that. I didn't agree to that. I hate it when this happens in video games. Like, this happens to me a lot, and I don't like it. The thing is, I was hoping this could be more of a partnership. For now, it feels more like a job interview. We're not exactly on equal footing here. Oh god. Yeah, that wasn't the right thing to say. Well, I could have seen that coming if I had seen, like, the entire dialogue option. Aisling and Agathon both turn to you in a manner that almost looks choreographed. Their faces turn sour, and you can tell you've pushed their buttons. No, we're absolutely not. Maybe I should have mentioned Sophie to begin with. Or maybe I should have just been more ass-kissy. I don't know. Who's to say? I really can't tell. The thing with Hope was, like, so easy. Like, I was laughing my ass off because I was, like, looking through, like, some of the Reddit posts on this game because I was trying to figure out how long it was, and people were talking about, like, how to get different people, like, on your side, and someone mentioned that Hope was one of the hardest people to convince, and I laughed out loud because I was like, what are you talking about? Hope's the easiest to convince. You just have to mod correctly, and don't treat her like a freak, and be honest and, like, nice to her. But don't ass kiss. And it's like, maybe people find it difficult because they're not neurodivergent. Like, maybe that's the trouble, honestly. And they also don't know how modding works. Like, maybe that's the issue. But, like, for me personally, I found the whole Hope situation really easy. Like, and all of this is, like, extremely difficult. Well, I thought I'd fucked up with the D'Angelo situation, but it turned out, like, being risky was actually a good show. So who the fuck knows? Maybe there's no way to predict this. Kind of like real conversations in real life. Maybe you just gotta try and do your best and hope it works out. Who put that ridiculous notion in your head? Was it Langley? If so, she's more audacious than I thought. You come to us, offering nothing of value, and expect us to engage on equal terms? So naive. I have a feeling you'll find unlife to be a cruel teacher, fledgling. Well, what could I offer them? Like, that's kind of true. I don't exactly have anything to offer. Maybe I should have mentioned Sophie, though. I don't know. Alas, I don't think you'll be learning anything from us. You look to Agathon with hope that his opinion will differ, but the stern look on his face doesn't bode well. Agreed, High Regent. We've wasted enough time tonight. Yes, I would ask it that you leave. Definitely this time. Seeing as you've missed your chance to change their minds, you leave them to your scheming. Well, I done fucked that up. On the bright side, it means that now I have less options to choose from, so hopefully that'll help me narrow things down. So, continue with Hope. Continue with D'Angelo. There's a sleazy reporter from a gossip magazine sniffing around Sophie's Haven. Maybe I should try and do that. Or the mysterious invitation from the church.